from this draft.
Yeah.
And he's also been known to play this from time to time.
I mean, it can wombo, and it can combo, and it's pretty good into Cassante. There it is, Malphite for game one is the choice for Kingen. And, you know, you were talking about things that aren't great into the Maokai. Well, you don't really have to worry about Maokai if you're Malphite. You just press your R button, you're unstoppable.
You're unstoppable, you go straight through. I think you can trust that those engages are going to be good.
It's Kana.
An XD plus player himself.
Yeah. Looks like his second time ever. Try to get over all of that disengage. We'll see if it works out for them as we hop into the Rift for game number one. This was the Kane that was played by Canyon. Just an insane best of five. It always feels like these two make for really fun best of five. So we could be in for something really awesome, or maybe Genji's just that good. Let's see what happens though, as Kingen rather is in a lot of trouble, has to flash, and is also getting invaded in their jungle, RDK.
He will be in trouble as Pays will be lane swapping as well into this top lane to avoid that really annoying matchup into the Malphite. This will send a bit of an edge here, especially with the numbers advantage they have down there. But Pays should still be able to get a lot of value here before he goes back to the bottom lane. But advantage D+, as you alluded to. Lucid also over here taking these Krugs away now.
Yeah, Lahen's just trying to get down some wards, and maybe if they let him, he can get some XP. Very doubtful that they do. Already two turret plates going down. Here comes the TP from the Ziggs into the bottom lane, so they don't really get too much damage done to the top side. I'd love to see if they even got a plate. Maybe they got one. There was a massive wave up there.
I think they probably got one. It's covered by the Malphite right now, but I would assume, yeah.
Yeah.
One does go down, obviously. And Lilia is backing. They were able to identify that, or should be able to. They know the top side of this jungle has been cleared, or the blue side of top jungle has been cleared, so they will get away with this. This is a really nice pressure here from Genji. These are small things, right? They're a little bit behind on gold right now, but it's relatively negligible in the grand scheme of things. They get this first objective so quickly that now they can contest for the top side objective as well.
Yeah.
Enough to contest grubs.
Yeah.
And Genji want to get everything. They want to get both sides of this.
Yeah, I mean, they got that Drake, as you mentioned, with the grubs. So important for their comp as Lucid in a bit of trouble. He's going to have to flash this wall, but into the wall he goes, and all out it over the wall as well. The Ignite comes in, Lucid flashes for no reason, goes down, and Genji will get first blood, 2 grubs, and now Pays is up in the top lane.
Yeah, Pays is just going to push Kingen out of this lane. There's no reason for Kingen to ult into Pays. They have to ult here now.
Should be able to force it. There's the ult, but now Lahen's, he doesn't have flash, but he's trying to get enraged. He's a level 3 Poppy! Well, you know, it's not amazing for their comp, but also just if they're able to stack a couple of Cloud Drakes, like they already have so much disengage, like how do you get on anyone as DK? As we have an all-out on the top side, Kingen. This is supposed to be a counter matchup, but, well, at least he's got flash, and he has his ult. Here comes the Maokai. There's the flash, but now Lahen's is coming on in. He's getting revenge. Well, not revenge, but he's looking to double up, and he's not able to do so. Kingen does get away, but again, this turret is just free.
Yep. We'll be able to satchel it in just a moment. Get the zoom.
And now.
Bam. 450 in his pockets. Down here with Demolish, they will be able to get a turret in exchange, and they're getting the Dragon. Decides to ultimately push another wave and back off. TP to the top side, and they're going for Herald. Ziggs plus Herald plus Tristana plus 5 grubs is a problem that D+ needs to somehow solve, and Kingen has TP.
They're not solving it. It doesn't look like they're really in position to solve it at all. I mean, Moham's just zoned away. The Rift Herald's gone. We'll kind of rely on Genji not getting chunked out too much.
Canyon's got his passive, heals up a little bit here. We'll drop the Herald on top of Raptors. That will eventually get here to the mid lane. There's the TP from Showmaker. Try to match and handle this. Yeah. Also, Kingen returning to the bottom lane, picked up Merc Treads. I mean, this fight is everything for D+. They have no control.
So, Chovy, wait, he accidentally hit the wall. He pops out right in front of Showmaker. Now he's in a really awkward spot. Pays is going to flash that ult. That is huge that he avoids that knockup. And now Kingen so far ahead of his team, and nobody can join him as the MF ult hits pretty much nothing except Keen. Down will go the top laner. Aiming, though, is going to get that kill onto Lahen's, but it's only Lahen's. In goes Canyon. He's alone as well. And now DK are turning this fight around. Canyon super low. They want to get that kill onto him as the Phosphorus Bomb barely going to miss. And Chovy does deny the missile, but that's a one-team fight for DK and maybe a Dragon.
Yeah, trying to set up the ultimate, and then Chovy also not able to maximize value here as Pays may look for a steal. Pretty hard to do so.
I mean, as Ziggs, we'll see. He doesn't have his ult, so that's, if he had his ult, maybe. But yeah, it's not going to happen.
You hit multiple targets, you actually do a lot of damage.
Yeah. They absolutely do. That fight was very close. DK did come out ahead. They got that first Dragon. It does look like Gen G, though, continuing with the pressure. They get that mid-tier 1. Keen also getting to work on the bot tier 1. So they're going to have all tier 1 turrets taken down early on.
Right now, which I know might make a few people unhappy, but does also tech in the Oblivion Orb.
I think it makes sense into this comp. There's just so much wombo combo. If you get caught by that, you want that extra shield. But King is just going to ult away. And now this Maokai ultimate getting huge value. Moham trying to crash down away from the team. But here comes Chovy and the rest of them. Gen G on the chase. And with the Cassante leading the charge, they don't really have a way to get away. Canyon going to lock down a kill. Lucid super low as he's going to get assassinated by Cassante as well. And so it is a 2-for-1. Canyon will go down. He did go slightly too far forward, eats a bullet time to the face.
Went a lot better, I think, for D+ than I expected after they did overextend there.
Well, so it looks like Gen G are not going to overcommit to that. Fears of a counter engage, but a bit of damage done to Moham already. As they do look to set up here, you see the vision around the Dragon. It's pretty much non-existent. There's no flank wards, nothing for Kingin. And if they see the Malphite just running straight at them, they know how to deal with that. So yeah, DK just not really going to be able to get in on this Dragon, so that first one, the first Mountain Drake will go over towards Gen G.
Look at Canyon's positioning.
Yep, he's got a very nice angle on this one. He is going to throw in the ult. They try to get on top of Chovy, who is not quite able to buffer that one. The sleeve coming down, and Moham's totally going to miss on the left side, though. Down, though, will go Chovy. It is a trade that DK will enjoy, and now they're just looking for Canyon, who is also just kind of on the run, doesn't have a way to get out of this one. Is able to slow up a couple of guys actually with saplings and is incredibly fast. So he's just going to run away from them.
Then their comp can be both strong in setting up combos, but also oppressive. And that's why they've committed so heavily to this mid turret, because theirs is down. And now TP coming through.
And there's a flank, and they're just kind of being squashed, aiming in a very awkward spot. As nice ult from Moham just to collapse this fight, but now the Ziggs ult comes in on top of aiming. He's just on the run. Kingin also has to ult away. Meanwhile, Moham's just dead once again on the left side, trying to just peel for the team. And he does that, but he also dies.
But now TP coming through from Keen, and they are starting up this Baron. Lucid has flash, but I mean, this is looking pretty desperate. Remember, Kingin doesn't have flash, doesn't have ult.
They just don't have any setup. No Malphite ults, no flash, no Rel is the biggest one, and it's just free for the side of Gen G. Like, yeah, maybe Lucid could have tried to flip it, but that's really risky. A lot about control, and it felt like a couple of fights where Gen G were kind of a little bit wishy-washy. DK found some angles, but the second that they kind of clamped down, got a little bit cleaner, DK just feels like they don't really have an angle.
And he doesn't care. He will have some teammates come over now, but even if they needed to come defend the turret, he would just be able to sit over here, take this one down. Doesn't have teleport, but there's just nothing that D+ can do to punish, because Baron buff is up. Takes way more. What can D+ do to try to set up a fight here? It's not like Moham has teleport, you know? He can't be where he wants to be without vision.
Yeah. It's also really fun to watch Gen G that even from this lead, they're showing an immense amount of respect. I mean, they are going to throw in an ult here just to try to drop some siege damage in. I mean, take a look at the health bars. Lucid and Showmaker very low, but DK do clear the wave. So feels like Gen G, they really wanted to get the turret. They're not going to get it then, but they're going to get it now. So, yeah, you stepped up, you cleared the wave, you stopped it for one wave, but you didn't stop it for the next one. With the Ziggs, the Crypt Bloom to help out in team fights. Here comes Chovy jumping into the enemy team. Just a bait, I guess. Here comes a bunch of damage as Showmaker loses half his health from one ability from the Ziggs.
And then Lens just sends King into the nether. He's not able to turn this fight. He's back now. They're just going to back off and look for the Baron and force a fight on their terms when they have vision control here. Top side belongs to them. Showmaker's going to back here, TP back into the fight.
Yeah, somebody's got to face check this. There's not a lot of vision around it. Moham trying to get in. Canyon and Chovy just trying to two-man Baron, but they will respect, and they will back away for now.
This is the most risky Gen G has played, I feel, this game right now, right here. But Keen is just blocking Moham's engage.
see Jonah Strong. He's like zooming in on every bomb because that's really what this game has turned into. It's like poke simulator for Pays, and Keen looking for angles while DK try to set up for some kind of wombo combo.
Yeah, they're so well split. Look at Genji's positioning. You can't hit multiple members with the Magnet Storm here. Bohm is trying. He's fishing, man.
Yeah.
It's not his day. He might come home empty-handed.
I really feel bad for Moham. I don't even blame him at all. Like, he's trying so hard.
But look at the angle. They're all so well split. They're so respectful. And Chovy's just like, all right, now I've got enough cryo to solo the dragon. Here we go again.
And DK, it looks like they don't really have pressure to go for a Baron, so they got to try to fight for this dragon. Chovy will respect it, will back away, but now team fight kind of brewing around the mid lane. Kingen getting a bit low. Keen trying to frontline. Here comes the Nature's Grasp, and now Kingen just so far away. The three-man knockup, and now the Rel comes over the top, takes down one, and Keen is in the backline, but he might go down, but not before taking down aiming, and that is the main character on the side of DK. Showmaker still existing, but can he do enough damage alone? The answer is no, as Pays and Chovy, the two carries, charge through and finish off the team fight.
I feel like if the gold was a little bit closer, that might have been what gives D+ a huge tip of the scales, a huge win.
The Magnet Storm, and it just doesn't matter because he gets bombed to death.
Yep.
And then gets jumped on, all outed. Like, you know, he had his moments and he played it really well alongside of Moham, but it just eventually did not matter. It's gonna be the DK redemption arc in this game one. Instead, well, Genji got everything. Now we have a hugely deep TP, very far away from the team fight. He's gonna have to run for about 17 minutes.
Let's see if he can catch one of these carries.
He is gonna find Chovy, who does try to buffer it and does fail, but guess what? Maokai pressed R, and nobody can join. Kingan's alone, and he is now dead. And the Ziggs bomb over the top gets a ton of damage down, and Keen also is just unkillable with this Mountain Soul. Looks like Genji, they play it carefully until they don't have to, and now they're looking to end the game.
That is going to be it. Some nice attempts from D+. That ain't AP Malphite. Chovy just shrugs it off. Doesn't care. I got caught, but you don't have a team.
Yeah.
You don't have a Nexus.
And they can barely even survive in the fountain at the end. Genji, it's very Korean League of Legends.
Yeah, no,
right?
it's old school Korean League of Legends. Because these days it's not always like this here in Korea. Sometimes we have some very aggressive dives. We have, you know, a focus on a single lane, destroy said player. This was just Genji destroying the turrets, destroying the map, and destroying